Hey guys, so I have a Opel Corsa Light 1998 model. As you can see over here, the car needs quite a bit of work. It's been sitting for like 20 years or so. Today what I'm going to try and do is going to try and restore the plastic trim pieces using shoe polish, just normal black shoe polish. I have two different kinds here, but basically these plastic trims here, I'm going to try and restore those. So what I have is basically got some normal cleaner to try and clean the dirt and all of that off the trim pieces. Then I have a brush to scrub it until I know for a fact that it is clean. Then I have a normal chamois to apply the shoe polish on. So yeah, let's see how it goes. So here we go, just to clean it up a bit. Just got to make sure that you get all the dirt and oil and grits and everything off properly, because you don't want to leave any pieces of dirt on there, else the shoe polish won't bond properly. Especially underneath here, and it does tend to pick up quite a lot of oil from the road. So just got to make sure to get underneath here as neatly as you can. And yeah, try not to miss any parts. One of the best things that you can use is alcohol cleaners, because those do tend to evaporate a lot quicker, and it evaporates with the dirt on it. So it does leave it a lot cleaner than normal household detergents will. But this, if you do put in the elbow grease, will get the job done. So, as you can see, while it is drying, it still comes across as very faded. So what we're going to try and do is use the shoe polish to make it black again. Okay, so now that it is pretty much dry, I have the two brands of black shoe polish here. It's the cheapest ones I could find. I have Nugget Black and Plush Polish. So with these, both of these have the little spongy bits up at the top. So that does make it a little easier to apply it onto the actual trim pieces. So yeah, let's go ahead and see what it does. Make sure to shake it first. And the one thing you must try not to do is get it on the actual bodywork, because it can be a nightmare to try and get off. When it gets to the top layers, like I am now, try not use this to get into these grooves. Rather use your chamois to get into those grooves. But try and make sure that you've got a nice coat on it first. Yeah, just remember to get into all the grooves underneath here, because you don't want a two-toned plastic trim. Okay, now onto the chamois. Just try and polish it in. If you do want, you can use tape, masking tape, insulation tape, any sort of tape that can block the actual paintwork. Basically just make a strip so you don't get the polish onto the actual bodywork of the car. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Better than I thought it would. Nearly done. Okay, so it is quite a lot darker than what it was. As you can see here, this is the unpolished one. Let me just try and catch it in the light. Yeah. Here's the unpolished one, here is the polished one, plastic trim. My personal opinion, it has definitely made a difference. Before I started, it was sort of like this color here, very pale gray, but now it does look pretty nice and smooth and nice and black. Okay guys, so that was with the plush polish. I'm now going to do the back fender over here. As you can see, the color difference is quite bad. This piece is very faded. So I'm going to now try and use the Nugget Black to try and polish this up. Yeah. Okay, so as like before, first got to clean it up a bit. This car has not been washed in a long time. Okay, so now that it is clean, time for nugget. Okay. Okay, now that's pretty much layered on, gonna go on to using the Losla'i black cloth. Okay, so make sure that you're getting it all over a nice even spread. Once again, you can use tape to mask off the actual paintwork so you don't get the polish on the paintwork. Make sure to spread it all over. It's quite tricky to get it into these little gaps without touching the paintwork. So make sure if you do touch the paintwork to clean it like very soon after. Like for instance, yeah, okay, so I got it on the paintwork just to show you guys. Now you don't want to wipe off the polish off the plastic trim while it's still wet. So you've got to take it very slowly and carefully without touching the plastic trim. The longer the polish dries, the harder it is to get off. Nearly done. This little section over here. It's going to be quite a mission. But hey, let's see. Like any normal paints, you will want to get as many coats on as possible, because if you have a look here, I have done the first coat, and in certain sections, I don't know if the light will catch it, but in certain sections the plastic's absorbed it, and it's sort of streaky, so you want to do as many coats as you possibly can until it is nice and even, so you have an even coat on it. Yeah, you can wear gloves if that will help. Because yeah, trying to get this polish off your hand can be quite a nightmare. Okay guys, so now that I have done the two plastic trims, one with one type of polish and the other one with a different type, as you can see here, this is the first one that I did. It is holding its color. Now I am not too sure how long it's going to hold its color for, but I must say that it looks 1,000 times better than when I started. Now this back piece here, I had to do quite a few different coats on it. It is bigger, and this panel especially was in the sun a lot more than the other panel. But if you have a look, you can see that it is quite a lot darker compared to this one. And when I started, this one was much lighter. So I think that the shoe polish, using shoe polish to clean up your trim pieces, is good. I'm not too sure how long it's going to last though. Could last a week, but in a week's time I can just basically redo the process. Now with this car, this is a little project of mine. I have another Corsa. This is my little Corsa project. Now this car is in one hell of a state. It is filthy. Okay, as you can see, there's no passenger seat. The passenger seat's in the boot, which doesn't open because, yeah, it's completely broken. But I need to do up the roof. As you can see how dirty it is. It is filthy. But what I am going to do is I'm going to use the shoe polish on the dashboard. This dashboard is very faded. This car has been standing in the sun for 20 odd years, so I'm gonna redo all of this with the shoe polish, especially this part right here. And then yeah, so stay tuned, like, subscribe if you want. But yeah, over the course of, I'd say, next couple of months, I'm going to be fixing up this car nicely, like really nicely. So yeah, thanks a lot, guys.